Madam, I rise firstly to support the Constitution Amendment Bill 1983, but I am not supporting the Representation of the People Bill 1988. I have got serious objection to certain provisions of the amending bill. Madam, you are quite aware, and the nation is also aware, that there have been frequent promises from the side of the government that the government is very serious about bringing about comprehensive electoral reforms. As a matter of fact, never has there been the occasion when the government really put into shape in concrete terms what it really means by electoral reforms. But so far as we are concerned, we put forth certain suggestions in specific form which may be considered as practical, viable suggestion, proposition and ingredients to bring about appreciable changes in the present electoral system of our country. Parachin. I do not venture to say that all the measures which we have suggested constitute the final ingredients for a complete and final reform of the electoral system in our country, because the concept of election changes with changing times. Since I do not have much time, I would not like to discuss it, but so far as we are concerned, we placed before the government certain ingredients which should be considered as inevitable propositions for bringing about certain changes in the electoral system. Those include, amongst other exceptions, of the principle of proportional representation, state fundings of election, elimination of money power and muscle power, stoppage of misuse of media, reduction of corrupt electoral practices, and impartial and independent election commission. Parachin. Madam, I leave it to you and to the House. There was commonality of views on these items. On certain items, even the Congress party also expressed its commonness in their view. But please find out which of these components have formed a part of present bill, bearing 1 and 2 anyway. At this stage, I want to say something about the comments made by my friend, particularly in regard to proportional representation in India. He has a misconceived idea and he is ignorant of the electoral history of this country. Number one, is it a fact that always the Muslims voted for the Muslims, or that always the Hindus voted for the Hindus? Had it been the case, I think many of us would not have seen the chamber of this house, either this or that.